The biggest Overwatch news story so far in Season 3 has been the state of the matchmaker. We've got dev comments and community anecdotes that fully detail the problem. But first, there was a blog post uploaded today fully detailing the One Punch Man collaboration. Starting tomorrow, March 7th, and going through April 6th, you'll be able to collect all new skins celebrating One Punch Man characters and take part in our One Punch Man event challenges to nab cool rewards, including an exclusive free legendary Moomin Rider Soldier 76 skin. Each one of the 3 One Punch Man skins will be offered as part of a special store bundle that includes new One Punch Man cosmetics, and all 3 bundles will be offered together at a discount. I've seen criticism online that these skins aren't so detailed for what they're going to be charging for them, but keep in mind that they want to keep it as the characters cosplaying the actual enemy characters. There's only so far they can go with transforming them, I think. Personally, I think the Kiriko skin looks the best. I don't even watch the show, but she's looking extra fierce in that skin, so I'm picking that one up for sure. The cosmetics you can earn during the event are throw-ins for the most part, but with 24 games played, you do get the legendary Moomin Rider 76 skin. And tomorrow there will be a live stream at 10:55 PST, and they'll dive into the process of making these skins. We still haven't gotten an update on the state of the changes to the matchmaker. Aaron Keller a week ago said they're working hard on reducing matches that have players with wide skill ranges. We made a change this morning and we'll make one tomorrow that should reduce these occurrences. Reports have been very helpful. If you continue to see these, let us know so you can track down their causes. We might imagine that the highest level players would be the ones that would suffer the harshest with matchmaking being broken, as it's already trying to make the hardest possible matches for them regardless. Rank 1 combined, that means all 3 roles, he's at the top. Samido states that there's multiple problems going on at once. The known matchmaker problems, where players literally are in the wrong matches, way outside of the intended skill range for a match, but also other problems that are maybe surprising. I think the player population has gone down a bit, which we should probably expect in a season that doesn't have a new hero. But then on top of that, the game is actually quite balanced. So because of that, you can rank up higher than you've been before in this season without necessarily learning the complete game. And the complete game is kind of always at threat to be in your match. Whereas in more singular metas, when let's say like 5 heroes dominate, you kind of just know, oh, pick Roadhog in season 2 or you're gonna have a terrible time, right? Now, the answers to win the match are much more complicated, as so many heroes are actually viable. So you have to know how to outplay lots of things, and if you don't have the experience, a lot of the player base isn't learning the different comps and matchups, which is tricky for the matchmaker to solve because, well, you may earn a certain MMR, but never play against the thing that counters you, at least not enough to have to learn how to swap or adapt. It takes a lot of playtime from the community to learn a very wide open patch like this. I think that accounts for a lot of the complaints, even above and beyond the bad matchmaking where there will randomly be players out of their depth in a match. At the very least, I think with the role delta system, the enemy team likely has another player out of the realm of that matchmaking scope anyway, most of the time. But at the same time, I'm personally witnessing a ton of players that are rookie grandmasters that have skyrocketed playing a few heroes that are all of a sudden more viable than they've been ever before in Overwatch 2, but maybe don't know the second and third layer to how that playstyle works. So they're very easy to just run over, and you look at their profile and say, well, how are you at this rank? And you're getting destroyed. Often you'll notice that they've ranked up significantly this season. This is a long, elaborate way to explain that I think Overwatch is in a growing pain season, and there's limits to what the balance and the matchmaker can do to solve the community's ignorance on how the game works. It's also the fact that a lot of players have limited hero pools, so sometimes you will just lose the team comp hero pool coin flip, and key members of your team don't know or refuse to or just don't have the heroes in their pool that they can play at that level in order to deal with the situation you're in. Next section of the video, let's look at some of my favorite viral tweets. SVB says, describe your Overwatch ranked experience in one screenshot. Maria says Sombra through, but Maria went 0-6 themselves. SK with 700,000 plus views says, hot take, Overwatch 2 scoreboard has done more damage than good. Following up saying, it should stay in the game though. The only thing making it cause harm is the player base not knowing what they're talking about and trying to put blame on other people when it isn't necessarily their fault. SVB reminds, the old system, I have gold medals, what is my team doing, was even worse. And she replies in saying, you have a point, but both of them suck. So many people stunt their improvement by analyzing scoreboard and trying to blame anyone but themselves now. Yeah, since you can see everybody's, not just a gold medal that often you would like share or be kind of close to. My favorite example of this is Ramatra players who have high damage but low eliminations, which basically means they've been shooting the enemy tank the entire game, aka the worst thing you could do, because Ram's damage profile is not even any good at fighting any of the tanks, I don't think, other than maybe finishing Rhine with cleave damage. But again, if you're not getting a limb, something is going wrong. While balance concerns aren't the top of everyone's mind, it seems right now, this aspect of Kiriko is a bit of a unsung annoyance in the community that many top-level players are surprised Blizzard hasn't dealt with in the past, instead looking to change around her healing and damage output. This clip from Samjuice shows off how Kiriko's Suzu creates intangibility, which is a surprisingly underrated aspect of the ability. That being said though, we already know the win rates of Kiriko has gone down significantly, so I don't think this is going to get reworked anytime soon, as they'd have to give power back into her kit somewhere else, and my opinion on this is, well, supports are going to be annoying in this game with the strength of their abilities. That's just what they do. Play Overwatch tweeted out, a player suggested we rework Cassidy's magnetic grenade to find Mei anywhere on the map and immediately eliminate her. Obviously won't be implementing the suggestion, but we couldn't help but test it out and see what it looks like. Magnade is one of the more criticized abilities in the game of Overwatch 2 based on how forgiving and kind of dumb it is. Debatably even more annoying than a stun in a lot of cases, because if you were around cover against a stun, well, it would be hard for him to follow up, whereas the Magnade follows you, and this kind of shows how ridiculous it might be if it acted like a hunter-killer drone, seeking out your least favorite enemy target. Nine Socks tweets out, me trying to make friends in random Overwatch deathmatch lobbies. MJ peacefully lowering the soldier's gun is a perfect recreation of how Overwatch players tend to emote in random deathmatch lobbies as they wait for their match. Stylosa tweets out the single greatest Overwatch TikTok, the point of view of the drivers on the map Oasis, driving along on the street and just randomly running over a 800-pound gorilla. He's not a monkey, he's a scientist. That's it for today's news roundup, guys. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to leave the video with a like, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to actually get notified when our videos come out. That's been it for me. I've been Frito for your Overwatch. I'll see you guys next time.